Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a video on all of my dark decks and like fantasy based decks, even like dark tones in the decks or like witchy decks, things like that. You know, the dark stuff, you know what I mean, So yeah, I have a lot as you can see. All right, let's get into the video. Okay, so the way I'm going to try to do it is just like grab from the pile and show you some of the cards and then just make more room on the desk. So I guess we'll start with this one. It is the Vintage Wisdom Oracle. And I'll just show you a bit of the cards. That's the back. Just because this video is going to be super long if I show you a lot of cards. So this one is in the category because of like, obviously the colors in the cards. This is very vintage style coloring in the cards, kind of like back in the day photography as well. So that's why this one is in this pile. Let's see, who shall I pick next? Let's do this one. I can't say this name. Mausoela, Oracle of Souls. This is the back. Let me show you. Oh, I edged mine already. Oh, look, you can see the shimmer. This is actually an ink that I make. It's black India ink. Well, black holographic India ink, but it's hard to see the hollow right now in the glitter because it's just like on the edging of a card. But if you use it when you write, then you can see it. But this is this stack. A lot of these images are just really creepy looking, which I love. This is a mixture of Oracle and Tarot decks, by the way. Let's see. Next I'll do Tarot of the Magical Forest. So I put this one in this category because the creatures in this deck are very like curious looking. They just look weird, but in a very cool and interesting way. Like they have, it gives me sort of Tim Burton-ish vibes, especially with how they make the eyes so big. Sorry, some of these are upside down because I use this deck. But that's why this is in this pile. Let's see, who should I pick next? Next is, let's do this one. The Fallen Angel Oracle cards. This one is a very, I feel like a lot of people use this deck for shadow work because it's literally all, I mean, it's fallen angels. It's prey doc. You know what I mean? Oops. I'm dropping everything, guys. Jesus Christ. There's a lot of stuff on this table. Okay. So this is what the cards look like. But you see like a lot of these tones in here are just really dark, which I love. That was the Fallen Angel Oracle cards. Where is the top? Here we go. Let's see. Next we'll do the Chronicles of Destiny Fortune cards. This one, I put this one in the pile because the cards themselves just have a very, like I said in all the other ones, a darkness to them. You know, they're not particularly bright and rainbowy, if that makes any sense. That's the back. Next we have the Dark Grimoire Tarot. I mean, this one has dark in the name, so you know why I picked this one. That's the back, which looks really creepy. These are just some of the cards. By the way, most of the decks in this video would already have flip throughs to them. If you want to look up on my channel, there is a playlist for my deck reviews and flip throughs. Just FYI. I still have to edge this one. Next we will do, let's do this one because it's all up in the camera right now. Oracle of Visions. This is a very rose petal box, but because of that it's a little hard to open. Just a little bit, you know. Okay. This is the back. A few cards. Very like circusy vibes all up in there. Let's see, who shall we pick next? There's literally like 50 decks here. Not really. Here, let's do Queen of the Moon Oracle. This is all about the moon, and we all know the moon is out at night, which is why this deck is here, because it's all about the moon. And some of the cards in here are like, whoa, like there's a fear card, I think. And I don't know, it's just a lot of the colors in here just give me nighttime vibes. I finally got the real Queen of the Moon Oracle. I had ordered it before, but hold on. I didn't know where I ordered it before, who I ordered it before from was a bootleg ass deck. This is what they sent me. And you best believe I was really mad. But then I saw Amazon selling the actual one. Look at this. That's terrible. So I had to get the real one because that's what I actually wanted. Next we have the Santa Muerte Tarot. This is an all Spanish deck, by the way. Where is the lid? Oh, it's right here. I forgot it opens weird. I have yet to do a flip through on this. I think it should be in order though. Yeah, it is in order. Color coded because I haven't even used it. So this one is a deck about the Santa Muerte. It doesn't look very dark, right? But I mean, it's from the Santa Muerte, so that's why I have it in this pile. Let's see some, oh, there you go. I think all of the major arcanas are, yeah, the Santa Muerte. Yeah. See, look at Santa Muerte with a freaking rainbow. And if you notice on the bottom, like I said, this is an all Spanish deck. So this is Rey de Bastos, which is the King of Wands. That deck. This is the back. It has like some weird laminated finish on it. It looks like it's a really old deck too, by the way. Like it's probably a deck from the 80s. Don't quote me on it, but it just seems like it's a really old deck like that. Next we'll do the Night Sun Tarot. And this one, well, the images alone say enough as to why it's in here, right? It's just, the images are super interesting. Focus camera. And like, I don't know, I guess that's the way the artist draws, or even like shades their drawings. Something about it, but it made the team. It made this video. Or it made it into this video. A lot of these are upside down because this deck has been used. My apologies. Next we have the Black Moon astrology cards. I picked this one because of some of the colors in the cards. Even though it does have a white border, it just gives that like darkish, interesting feel to it. You know, and then like galactic tones, galaxy tones, whatever you want to call it. So just pretend that bright white border is not here, but also because this has to do with moon and astrology, you know, the stars, which is nighttime and all that stuff. That's why I included this one in this video. Next we have Madame Endora's fortune cards. Oh, I edged this one too with one of my inks. I forgot. I edged this one with like a coffee copper, which also has shimmer in it that you can see here. Isn't that pretty? That's the back. I try to make it go with the backing. Kind of does. And here are some of the cards. That was that deck. Hey guys, future me here. I totally forgot to include these two decks in this video, so I'm going to just like slip it in there. That's what he said. All right, let's get to it. So the other one that I have is the Alchemical Visions Tarot. This one is pretty darkish. I mean, it has a lot of like crazy looking imagery in here, and by the way, it's huge. Let me try to get these cards out because these are freaking huge. Those are extra cards. These are just like cards with info. This is the book. The cards are the same size as the book, more or less. This is the back. And again, this is a huge, this is my hand. I have like medium-sized hands. This is huge. Okay, let me grab some cards to show you. And there is nudity in this deck as well, in case any of y'all have issues with nudity, just so you know. But the imagery in here, like there's just so much in each card, and I like that they made the cards huge because you could see the detail a lot better. All right, so that's the Alchemical Visions Tarot. It's really slippery, by the way. So this one, I'm not even gonna try to like riffle shuffle or even overhand shuffle. It's too huge, it's too huge. All right, and the next one is the Adventurers Empress Tarot. Yeah, Adventurers Tarot, the Empress deck, that's what it's called. There's 103 cards in here. Comes with a little tiny booklet. This is the back. It's not gilded, but I don't mind. And it's just a very fantasy D&D-like style in here. Colors are very vibrant. Well, some are black and white, but... And yeah, that's the other deck that I wanted to slip in this video. All right, let's get back to the normal video. I still have to do flip throughs of a lot of these actually. That one I have not done a flip through on yet. Next we have Tarot of Haunted House. I'll show a little bit of these cards. This is the back. Of course, some are upside down. Give me a non-upside down card. Ah! There you go. That's a non-upside down card. Next is the Dark Mirror Oracle cards. That's the back of them. Oh, I edged this one too, I forgot. I edged mine with my holographic Black India ink. Again, you can't see the hollow in here because you're edging a card. You're not writing on paper, so don't come at me saying it's not holographic. Yeah, I can see that. Okay, I can see that. Look at this. Look at this artwork, though. Ooh, Jesus Christ. Well, that was loud. Let's see who we do next. Next we have, the Witch's Tarot. I mean, it's the Witch's Tarot. Of course, this had to be included here. Why not? You'll know what I mean? This book is a really good book, by the way, and it smells great. But when I edged mine, I totally forgot. This is the back. Again, I edged mine in that black ink. You can kind of see some of the shimmery stuff. This one is in here because, you know, it's the Witch's Tarot. That's why. I still have to do a review on this one. As of today, when I'm filming this video, of course. Next is the Steampunk Tarot. I think I etched this one too. And it has a really fat book, by the way. Oh, I did. Okay, this is the back. I edged mine in a gunmetal gray. And again, my inks have shimmer in it, so it has that shimmer. These are some of the cards. This was the ink that I used for this deck is alcohol ink. So if you have sweaty hands, alcohol inks tend to get on your hands if you're really sweaty. If y'all didn't know that. Let's see. At least we're getting more table space. Let's do the Children of Litha. This is one of my favorite decks. It's probably like within my top 5 or top 10. And I think it's the only deck I own that's actually the rose petal finish. I have done a flip through of this one already. I did it a while ago. It was actually an unboxing when I first got it in the mail. That's the video that I had for this deck. One of my favorites. This would be, if my house caught on fire and I had time to grab tarot decks, this would probably be the first one that I would grab. Let's see. Next we have, this one I just got not too long ago. I'm probably going to butcher this name. Mibramig Magical Tarot. And this is in this pile because the creatures just look very curious and interesting. Like they look kind of out of this world, so to speak. Not necessarily like spooky, but they just look really interesting. Of course, these are upside down. And it's the animal deck. I love me animal decks. Here, let me turn this one. You see how its face is just huge? That's how most of the animals are. Look at this flamingo with huge faces. They're not all birds, by the way. There's other animals in here. But that's why this is in this video, because the animals just look very, you know, like out of this world. It gives me, not Tim Burton vibes, but probably a mixture of Tim Burton and Salvador Dali, kind of. But yeah, that's the Mibramig Magical Tarot. Next we have the Healing Light Tarot. This one is not edged. I don't think I'm going to edge this one. Just because it's a borderless deck. And I don't want to get any of the ink on the actual cards, you know. But this one, I think all but one of the cards are literally like shadow people. Or shadows of them. Here, even the people falling here are shadows. Isn't that cool? So I thought that was pretty interesting. Next we have the Anne Stokes Gothic Tarot. This one, not gonna lie, I was kind of disappointed that it was a pip deck. But I love Anne Stokes' artwork. So that's what kind of pushed me to buy it in the first place, is her artwork. Look at that Medusa. Let's see if I can get a pip card. There you go. I think this is the Six of Swords. If my camera will focus. Stop focusing on the Crow Tarot. Oh, well, that's upside down. Yeah, that's not gonna work. There you go. Five of Swords, sorry. But it's literally just 5 feathers. So I was kind of bummed about that. And it's really tiny, so it'd be great for like your purse or your book bag. But I am not a fan of pip decks, so I think this is just gonna be a collector's item for me. Next we have, this is an oracle for like, I think love readings. Yeah, it's called In the Shadows Oracle Cards. And it's all about pretty much things that people would not want to let other people know right off the bat. Like things that they think about in the shadows, so to speak, you know? That they just usually don't tell you. You know what I mean? That's this one. This one didn't come in a box. It came in like saran wrap or something. And then they gave you this pouch. Next we have... which one should I pick? Let's do the Crow Tarot because it keeps focusing on it. The Crow Tarot. This deck smells very nice. I didn't know this, the people who made this, I think it's US Games. Yep, US Games also made the 8 Coins Tattoo Tarot. And I love that cardstock. It's matte, but it feels like buttery smooth, if that makes any sense. But this deck is so pretty. And I like how the borders of the cards have that like old feel to them, or old look to them. It smells so good. That's the Crow Tarot. Let's see, who's next? Let's do, oh look, another Anne Stokes. This is the Necronomicon Tarot. This one is very interesting. So I was looking through the book, right? There's, I believe most of the images on the cards are based off of H.P. Lovecraft's stories. And I thought that was really cool. I love H.P. Lovecraft stories. And the, like on top of the cards, the name that's up there, those are actually either some sort of creature, demon, god, goddess, legend, myth, whatever you want to call it, folklore from somewhere around the world. So that's what those names are up top too. And I thought that was pretty cool. I think I edged this one already. Yep. I edged this one in black. Again with that hollow India ink. Look at that. Why are these upside down? Alright, because I used it. Look at that creepy hand. Look at that sigil. At least it looks like a sigil in there. This is a really cool deck though. I like this deck. It's not hard to read with either, if that makes any sense. Oh, my back hurts. Sorry. Next we have the Terror Tarot. Well, the Ghoulish Garbs Tarot. Terror Tarot. Where's the... And this is only major arcanas, which I was kind of bummed about. Oh, even the book has a rose petal finish to it. It is a colored book too. Again, these are only major arcanas and they come edged black. I did not edge this. This is the back. I also have a flip through of this already on my channel if you want to go check out that playlist. But man, if the artist and creator made a full deck of the Ghoulish Garbs Tarot, I would totally buy it. It's like, I'll pay $100. I don't care. I love it. It's so nice. All right, we're getting table space now. Yeah. So here, let's move some of these. Next we have the Weaver Tarot. The Ascendant edition. This one is in here because like it's literally just black cards, you know, the darkness, but with holographic prettiness. Isn't that pretty? If my camera focuses, there you go. So it's literally the only reason why I put this one in this pile, because it's a full-on black deck with holographic images. And this one also is edged black, or it comes edged black. Who's next? Next we have the Moonology Oracle cards. And this is, oh, I edged mine, I forgot. I edged mine with like a periwinkle kind of purple. Sort of, and it's shimmery as well. See? Shimmer. And this is in this pile because again, this is all about the moon, and pretty much 90% of the cards are all dark. Not necessarily like spooky, but you know, it's about the moon and all that jazz. Let's see who we doing next. Next we have the Fantastical Creatures Tarot. There we go. This one looks like a really old deck too, which I have not done a flip through on yet as I film this video, so I'm not going to show a lot of the cards. But like the title, it's all about fantasy creatures. So I thought that was really cool. And I love the borders here. But like it's all about, like it says, fantasy creatures, mythological stuff, you know, all things weird and cool and interesting, which is why it is in this video. Whoa, that is a tiny guidebook. Look how tiny this book is. It's not even the size of the tarot cards. But a flip through is coming for this deck. If y'all really want to see it though, let me know in the comments. Give this video at least 15 likes and I'll do it soon. Next we have another fantasy deck. It's the Universal Fantasy Tarot. This one, when I first did my flip through on it, I fell in love with like the world that this deck comes out of. It just feels very familiar to me. I don't know if that makes sense. It just, like I said in the video that I recorded, it feels like home. If that makes any sense. Like, I don't know. It just felt comfortable and it just felt like home. Is that weird? It's probably weird. Ah, it smells good too. Okay, who's next? Let's do this one. The Sixth Sense Connection Oracle cards. I put this one in this video because of the color scheme in the deck. It's not fully bright looking and all that jazz. And just like the feels that I get off of this deck too is why it is in this pile, or this video. I have not done a flip through of this one yet. I mean, to be honest, I have like 150 decks. It's gonna be a lot of videos to do flip throughs on. Next we have another quote-unquote fantasy deck. It's kind of I think it's a fairy deck, but you know, interesting creatures. Fairies are mischievous and all that. And some of the images on here are pretty interesting too. And even like the borders give me fall vibes because it's like a weird brownish orange. I kind of forgot the name of this deck. I think it's just called the Fairy Oracle. Let me find the book. Okay, so it's called the Fairies Oracle. This is the book that the deck came with. It's a hardcover book. And it's not in color, but it's like brown paper, bluish kind of image. There's a card in here. What was this? Oh, it's a blank card. So yeah, the Fairies Oracle. Next we have the Santa Muerte Oracle. The backings, if you put all the cards laid out on the floor, they make a huge Witchy board. In case y'all didn't know. Oh my god. Where's your head, bro? I don't think I've done a flip through on this one yet. But it pairs very well with the Santa Muerte Tarot. It's a bit hard to kind of grasp what the card means if you don't know like background on the culture as well. Also because like there's no name here. There's a number, but there's no names on the cards. It's kind of just the image. So I would suggest reading the book for this deck first if you choose to use it. I mean, to each their own, but you know what I mean. Next we have the Santa Muerte Tarot deck, or Dia de los Muertos Tarot deck, because it's technically also Dia de los Muertos vibes. This one I haven't done a flip through on, but if y'all want to see me do a flip through on it, ooh. Oh, it's the Justice card. Let me know in the comments below, and I'll do a flip through. Next we have Tarot de la Nuit. It's not Tarot de la Nut. This one, I am going to attempt to edge it, even though I feel kind of uneasy doing it with the borderless deck, but I'm going to try to edge it with like a similar color to this backing. But these are some of the cards. Upside Next we have the Hush Tarot. This one I'm not gonna edge. I think it looks nice how it is. It's the back. Look how pretty. Oh my god, that bird is inside the skull. Jesus Christ. He's like, help! Help me, I'm stuck. Look at these colors though. Isn't that pretty? Which is, look at that one. This is a really interesting deck. And not a beginner deck, I will say that though. Because a lot of the images, for example, let's say the Four of Cups, just as an example, in this deck is probably just one actual cup and it says Four of Cups. So it can be kind of confusing. Next is the Halloween Oracle, which I believe I have already edged. Yep, I've already edged this one in black. In that sort of hollow black. You can kind of see shimmer in there. That's the back. I love me Halloween decks. Alright, we're getting table space now. Thank goodness. Here, let's do Tarot of the Vampires. I have not edged this one yet. I haven't gotten to it yet, but it's getting there. It's getting, oh, I remember I still have to fix this darn card. This card is, a little damaged, but these are the backs. Are these all? Oh, I was like, are all these upside down? Very dramatic. It's a wolf lady. Very cool deck though. I think I'm gonna edge this one in like a blood red. I just have to mix the colors, which I'm gonna use India ink. That way it doesn't smear like alcohol inks usually do. Next we have the Epic Tarot, which is also like fantasy-ish vibes from what I remember. That's the back. Flip through coming if not already out when you see this video. Whoa, look at this fool though. Like, what is that on his head? Or her head. I actually don't know if that's a male or female. But this is a really, really cool deck. It's the same artist of the, what was it called? The Fantasy Tarot? Let me check. Ah, found it. It's the same artist of this deck, which I love. And that is Paolo Martinillo, or Martinillo, however you guys say it. Double L for Spanish is E, so I would say Martinillo. Next we have this baby right here, the Shadowland Tarot. There's no ribbon, which is a bit annoying. Big book. That's the back, very yellow as you can see. I've also done a flip through. They have an umbrella and they're upside down. I've also done a flip through of this one if y'all want to check out their playlist. Also, mine came a little damaged too. Which you can see my reaction in my haul video, my Halloween-y haul video. My reaction to this tag was hilarious. Alright, we're almost done here. Next is the Trigger Tarot. And look, we have more table space. You can kind of see my altar. Not much of an altar, but you know, it's getting there. This is the back. This one is not edged. I don't think I will, because it's borderless and I don't want to damage the cards. But this is like full-on Halloween. Even though I will I'll use all these decks year round, to be honest. Because as I've said before, it's Halloween for me 365, 24/7. Hi! Next is the Deviant Moon Tarot, the borderless edition. I don't know if it's because it's borderless. I'm not sure if that's why the cards are a bit like thinner width-wise, because these feel super rectangular. I mean, whoever has the bordered edition, can y'all let me know? Is it like super rectangular to you too? These are some of the cards. Very cool. All right, and we are on to the last witchy slash dark slash Halloweeny, whatever you want to call it, kind of deck, and that is my Gothic Tarot deck. This was actually the very first tarot deck that I've ever owned. I got it when I was 16, which was about almost 20 years ago. Yes, I'm an old fart. Not really. But it confused me because it's part Pippish, if that makes any sense. I should have a flip through of this one up soon so you guys can understand what I mean. Oh, and I edged this one too in black. It did not come edged, but I thought black would be pretty good for this deck. Alright, and that was, yeah, that was my last dark deck, spooky deck, weird deck, whatever you want to call this grouping of cards that I just showed you. Anywho, thanks so much for watching, guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye!